Hello, I'm Frankie.
And I'm Rachel.
And well, actually, before I welcome you, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, everyone.
2018, 1st of January, this is the start of our next major Let's Play series that will be releasing on a daily basis. We've decided for our weekly Let's Play, it's going to be The Walking Dead: The New Frontier. That's Season 3 of Telltale's
So
game.
excited.
Very excited to start that. That's going to be coming out this Friday. Well, we're going to be doing that this Friday. And it will the rest of the episode, I can't remember how many there are. Probably 5. There's usually 5 or so. And they'll be coming out every Friday after this week. And we've said in the previous Let's Plays that we've played so far that we're going to be doing The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt, Blood and Wine expansion. We've already started the Blood and Wine expansion. We've played about a couple of hours of it, not much of it. As you can see, the last time we played it was back in July, and that's because I couldn't be bothered.
We're in the middle of a quest, and he just didn't want to play anymore, so we stopped.
Yes. So I'm gonna have to try and remember all the buttons and stuff again. This is my second playthrough of The Witcher. This is my first playthrough of Blood and Wine DLC. I originally played The Witcher on release, and I loved it. I just want to quickly say that it took me a little over 100, it was about 101 hours to finish the game, and that was trying to do every single side quest. I did everything on the map, like I went on the map, I looked at all of the, I can't remember what everything was called, but like the treasures, the monster, lairs and stuff like that, like the nests that you could destroy. I did everything on the map, and I still missed a couple of side quests, somehow. They're very, very hard to get hidden ones. And then once I got to the end, I got the worst fucking ending you could get. I sunk over 100 hours in this game. I tried my best to do every single thing. I took my time. I ended up getting the the best Witcher armor that you could get on your first playthrough. I ended up going with the bear armor because I liked that. On mine and Rachel's, on my second playthrough, Rachel's first playthrough that we were doing together earlier, and we finished the game with, she chose to use the wolf armor, which is more fitting because that's what Geralt, that's the school of Witcher that Geralt's from. And I ended up finding out that there's like 3 or 4. They're not random, but they are choices. They seem not very important. Like one of them can instigate a fucking snowball fight, which is super fun. We did that on our second playthrough because this time I had a guide. Or not really a guide, but I had like the things that I had to look out for. Because you're meant to harden Ciri. You're meant to not hold Ciri's hand, apparently. I was being very caring for her because Geralt was like a father figure to her, and I thought, I gotta be like there for her and stuff. But turns out, no, don't be like that. You're meant to be like, no, you don't need me to hold your hand. Fuck off. Go see the witches. Go see the sorcerers on your own. And if you do try to hold her hand too much, which is what I did in my first playthrough, she ends up dying in the end, and then Geralt ends up killing the witch that stole Vesemir's Witcher medallion that Ciri had, and he ends up just clasping the fucking medallion in his hand while he's sitting in the witch's cabin while he's about to be engulfed by a shit ton of monsters, and his sword is on the floor. He doesn't even care, and it looks like Geralt dies in the end.
He just basically commits suicide.
From the depression of losing Ciri. And I was sitting there thinking, I did not just spend over 101 fucking hours trying to do every single thing in the game to make sure I did everything the best I could, to only be kicked in the face by saying, no, because of these 4 seemingly like hidden random decisions. Like they weren't even like huge decisions. These are just like normal choices that you make throughout the game that seem like not very important, but turns out no, they decide whether Ciri lives or dies, and also Geralt. So that really annoyed me. So that's the reason why we're not playing through the game again, because we've already done that, and this was before we had our setup. So without further ado, let's continue our Blood and Wine DLC. So, to give a quick recap, of what we've done in Blood and Wine, Geralt has been requested to go to the city, the what's it called? Toussaint? Is it? Oh, how do I get the map up? I can't remember. No, guess I go through here. Is it Toussaint? Toussaint. I can't remember how to say it. We'll have to wait until we hear someone say it. But he's been requested to come to this country because they are under plague of, or they're being plagued by a monster. And on our second playthrough, I couldn't be bothered to do all of the map stuff again, so we just focused on the main quests, the most of the side quests, not like the Gwent stuff and the Fight Club kind of like, you know, brawls, gambling stuff. I didn't bother with those ones, or the horse racing. I just did most of the side quests that weren't like that. And there's a lot of stuff that we've got to do. There's loads. There's so much we've got to do, but I don't know if we're going to do. We're just going to focus on the main stuff, some side stuff. And also, obviously, Witcher contracts. Don't really care about the treasure hunts. I failed a couple. I always failed. Was it Gangs of Novigrad? Can never, I don't know. I need to look up more of that stuff. I always failed that. Anyway, so what we're currently doing, the L'Arcades Alpha. I ain't French. I don't know how to speak French. But let's do a recap because we haven't played it since July. I don't even remember what the fuck I'm doing. Let's see. The Beasts and Geralt's clash had been violent, albeit brief. Now with it done, Geralt could have a chat with his long-lost friend Regis. A higher vampire, Regis revealed that the creature terrorizing Beauclair was none other than his dear friend Detlef. Geralt now understood he was pursuing a truly dangerous foe, a higher vampire, one of Regis's ilk. Then the Witcher and vampire heard a clamour. A posse was drawing near. So Geralt and Regis cut their conversation short. Preferring not to draw any attention, the vampire disappeared, but not before inviting the Witcher to pay him a visit at temporary quarters he'd established at the local cemetery. You had better believe it. Yeah. La long. Like, fuck, I ain't even trying to say that. Geralt paid Regis a visit at his cemetery hideout. After a long debate, the two old friends concluded their first order of business was to find Detlef. Regis was to prepare a concoction to aid them in this endeavour, called Resonance. Said brew required an array of ingredients, many of them hard to find. One such component was the saliva, or salivary glands, of a spotted white, a species thought to be long extinct. Yet it seemed that one specimen remained alive. Having made its lair near Beauclair, Geralt set out to find it. Okay. I somewhat remember a little bit of that, I remember.
Yeah, I remember we were in the middle of a quest, something to do with a vampire, and then we just stopped.
Now we have an optional here. Read the bestiary to learn more about spotted whites. So let's do that. So I believe the bestiary is down here, and we want to learn about spotted whites. I'm guessing that would be a spectre. Nope, not a spectre. Vampire? Can't be a vampire. Cursed ones? No. Relics? No. Where the fuck is spotted whites? I am so confused right now. Alright, we tried vampire spectres, relics. Fuck off, there's an ogreoid. Necrophages? Ah, here we go. Spotted whites. Okay. So, spotted whites. The best defense against spotted whites, stay calm and leave them alone. Fragment of a treatise on spotted whites by Roderick Gilligan. Spotted whites were a subspecies of white which the witches drove to extinction. They were larger than their unspotted kin and owed their name to their numerous blotches and infusions. Spotted whites would most often dwell in derelict cemeteries and empty wildernesses, yet at times took to living in abandoned human domiciles? There they would indulge in their greatest passion, creating brews from their own emissions. When not disturbed, spotted whites would not act aggressively. If threatened, however, they became very dangerous indeed. In the Excuse me. Where did that come from? Well, we are in winter. Anyway, in the colder months, or when faced with an unreasonable chill, they would slip into a state of lethargy, making them easy targets. Even during the active periods, it is said the witches found a surefire way of besting them, based around careful casting of the Yerden sign, or at least so claims Witcher lore. Yerden sign, okay. Oh wait, completely forgot to look at their weaknesses. So they're weak to obviously necrophage oil, the Igni sign, and the Yerden sign. I'm definitely, okay, I'm gonna get, alright, first things first, we want to use, this is one of the things I love about this game, because like you're a monster hunter, right? And so you have to make sure you're prepared before you go on these hunts and stuff, so you have to make sure you do certain things, like, right, we're about to fight a necrophage, so now we want a necrophage oil, which, superior, luckily for us we have a superior one, so we're going to put it on our silver sword, necrophage oil. I'll also put hangman venom, because that's good against humans, non-humans. We'll put it on our steel weapon, just in case we run into some bandits or something along the way. I'll be able to dispatch them quicker. And what do we currently have as our bomb? What would we want? I guess I'll just put... Oh, do I already have that? I'll just put Grape Shot there for now, because we don't have any more Dimeritium. Even though I have a superior Dimeritium there. No, I want that. And... what kind of armor do we have? Do we have... I don't know if I have the best armor you can get. Mastercraft Legendary. I don't think that's the best one you could get. I think, because when you start a new game, you can get like Legendary or something like that, and I just can't be bloody bothered. We have a lot of stuff that we've got to sort out. But anyway, so we got, as you can see, we've got our, Wolven armor, and we've even got the Wolven swords. So we're all good. Okay, now that we're sorted out, if I can remember some of these buttons, yes. I'm going to have the Yerden sign ready. And... I don't even remember the buttons for this shit. Anyway, where are we going?
Giddy up.
Man, I haven't played this game in such a long time. Anyway, let's make our way. We're looking for the White's Lair.
I just can't ever get over how good this game looks.
It looks, oh shit, it looks absolutely beautiful. Like I don't like Geralt's hair at the moment. We've got this hair at the moment because that's where the Heart of Stones expansion gave it to us. Because when our body got possessed by a ghost, he thought he'd sort our hair out and gave us this hair, and we haven't changed it. I haven't seen hairdressers yet. But when we do, we're gonna give Geralt his default hair.
Yeah.
We like his ponytail, and it suits him very nicely, we think. I love how the horse will automatically follow the roads. Like, I don't have to control it that much. It's great. Now the reason, oh shit. The reason why we can't sprint here is because we're in like a town. So one like, oh. Rachel's always gone on about the way the clothes look in this game, like the texture of all the clothing.
It's amazing, like, when, you can't really tell now, but when it gets a bit closer, like in cutscenes and stuff, you can just see what fabric the clothes are made from, and that just amazes me. Like, you can see if something's like silk, or you can tell if it's like velvet or something. It's just amazing.
It really is. And I cannot wait for CD Projekt RED's next game. Cyberpunk 2077, I think, something like that. It's going to be amazing.
But even the water, how nice does that look?
Yep. Have a look at that. That's the water. This game is absolutely gorgeous. I ended up getting, I upgraded my graphic card just for this game, because I originally had when I built my PC back in 2011, I got a GTX 560 Ti, which was good for back then. You know, it wasn't the best thing ever, but it was good enough. I could play Skyrim on Ultra. That's all I wanted it back then, and here comes The Witcher 3 upcoming, and I see that, like, oh, my GTX 560 couldn't really handle it, and I was like, what? No! So I ended up getting a GTX 970 4G, and I'm happy with the performance I've been getting for most of the games. It looks absolutely stunning. I'm playing this game on Ultra. I don't have Hairworks turned on because, as most people know, that shit destroys the frame rates. Like, I think they have like individual strands of hair or something crazy like that, and that's why it just, like, it kills. You need like two 1080s to handle that shit. So I'm still in the middle of reading The Witcher. Currently halfway through, what's it called? The Baptism of Fire. I think I only have another 2 books to go through after that. Definitely recommend reading those books, if you haven't. They're great.
What's that about?
What's going on here?
Interesting.
Gaston.
The dressings, bandages, where did I put them?
Forget it. Bandages won't do him any good.
What? Oh, but he breathed still a moment ago.
Mm-hmm. Breathed his last then. Bled to death. Legs broken. Femoral arteries ruptured. Wound like that, you're dead in minutes.
Gods.
What happened here exactly?
I was rolling through, fully loaded, when I heard screams. This one crawled towards the road, then drooped to the ground, lost consciousness. I jumped down to help him, dress his wounds. Then you appeared.
Helping a stranger, admirable. All sounds fishy. What should we say?
The top one.
Pretty admirable stopping to help a stranger.
Truthfully, when I saw him, I considered it might be an ambush. The thought entered my mind. I near decided to crack the whip. But to abandon a man in need, it's simply not the decent thing to do.
Decent enough in many other places, believe me. Before you go on, clean your hands thoroughly and burn your shirt. Might also want to rub some time on your body to be sure. Smell of blood might attract ghouls otherwise.
Who might you be, precisely?
A witcher.
Oh. Do you expect some beast might have killed him?
Not my concern. Farewell, or I plan to figure it out.
Yeah, I want to figure it out. Why not?
Me too.
See what we have here. Legs broken, but cause of death's the wound. Small but deep, edges unfrayed. Either a thrust weapon or a thick claw. Maybe a wyvern's. Tough to say, and Breastplate's unusual. Dented. It's got a patina.
An antiquity, I believe. I deal in these things, so... what's puzzling is... why did he done it?
Not likely to learn that from him. Now to figure out where he came from. From that house, I'm assuming, but need to investigate. Got some work to do. So long.
Interesting.
Wait, I will come with you.
Fine, let's go. Gotta be kidding.
What? What? Would you want to come?
So, gotta be kidding?
Yeah.
Gotta be kidding. This isn't a garden romp. Whatever killed him's damn dangerous and...
And it might still prowl the area, so if it's all the same, I prefer to accompany you.
So be it. But stay close, keep it down, and don't touch a thing.
Man, this is making me want to track this quest. So, this is why I don't like fast traveling in The Witcher, because you never know what you're gonna find.
Yeah.
So, we've got a dude here. Yep, this is our Witcher. Follow the tracks using your Witcher sentences? Sensors.
Trail leads to the house on the hill.
Which stands silent as a grave.
Let's continue. What's Roach doing all the way over there already? Oh dear.
Must have been here he broke his legs. Fell while climbing over the wall. Trying to leave the property probably, after he didn't manage to open the gate. Damn it.
Good gods!
Servant, stabbed to death. Over a dozen blows with a sharp object. Some post-mortem.
I cannot believe this is the work of a man. It was a monster, to be sure.
Silver tableware. Elven engravings. Torso punctured with great force. Blow pierced hardened steel. Man on the high road. Breastplate was identical. Throats massacred. One mighty blow. Shield along sides old and dented. Swords ceremonial. And Shea handiwork clearly. Ceremonial bowls for little sacrifices?
Of what? Please, do not say humans.
Burn marks. Something catch fire, explode. Strong stench. Multiple wounds on the body. All puncture wounds, but hard to tell what caused them. Victim's human, but the attire's elven.
Are you certain? How did he come by it? We've so few non-humans in Tucson.
Fled, then dropped to the ground to douse the flames. Didn't manage. Burnt smells growing fainter. Might have been another luckier soul managed to flee. Doublet scorched. Wriggled out of it, tossed it, then ran on.
Perhaps there's no one inside after.
I know you're in there. Breathing's loud and clear. Open up. We mean you no harm.
They remain there?
Listen, I'm a witcher. I'm here to help you. But if that's gonna happen, you gotta answer some questions first. You mentioned them. Who do you mean?
Those, I don't know what they were. Spirits. It all occurred of a sudden. We were staging a scene. The death of paying homage. There was a flash of light that blinded me completely. I heard cries, though saw nothing. Then felt my own robes were in flames. I broke and ran, threw off my doublet, leapt in here and shut and locked the door behind me. They pounded on the door. I thought they would get through. I thought I was done for, but in the end, it grew calm.
Who are you exactly?
Durant Faucher Plamondon de Safaran, Lord of these lands, and Chairman of the Society of Friends of the History of Tucson. We meet here annually to mark the anniversary of the Elfin Homage, but something like this, why, it's a first.
So while reenacting a scene from the past, somehow, unintentionally, you summoned a specter, a Korgorath, or a tube, maybe.
What? What now?
Best thing? You gotta do it again, of course.
Are you mad? Would you have this thing kill us?
No, don't want it to kill anyone. Precisely why I gotta do my job. Summon it again, whatever it is, and tend to it once and for all. Durand, think I can reenact the pledge, the giving of homage, alone?
It was a great, momentous event. The surrender of Tucson's last elfin king. You will need at least 3 individuals.
You know what I'm gonna ask for. Need your help. But I'll understand if you turn me down. No objections? Good. Let's get to work. Start by clearing the corpses. Got some time. Won't start the reenactment before nightfall. Things of this sort are a lot more likely to work after dusk. One last thing, though. My pay. Don't work for free, you know.
Understood. Just keep the danger at bay, and I shall be generous. Through and through. I will stand, or rather, sit in for King Ludovic, upon the elfin throne, while you, Witcher, will play the Enche ruler. We must don the costumes. All must be just right.
Divethef, the elven king, hosted Ludovic in his own palace upon his own throne, amidst the blinding glow of a plethora of torches.
Hello, we're back.
It ran out of battery yet again.
I never learn. I never fucking learn. I always say when it goes to that 2 bars, it's not. It doesn't mean it's halfway.
It means it's going to die in a minute. You need to change battery.
Anyway, continue. What the fuck we got to do? Light all the lamps in the garden. You kidding me? Well. Lighting the lamps we go. Oh, let's loot that. Job to start.
Iveta laid at Ludovic's feet a loaf of binnen and elven bread, thus granting humans rule over seed-yielding lands.
We shall take elven bread. And shall place the offering.
Iveta filled the ornate ceremonial bowls with elven wine. Gwinoeth, the sweetest blood of the land that had been torn from you.
Elven wine. And here's your offering of elven wine.
Long last, the elven king grasped his sword and shield, thus symbolically passing command of his armies to humans.
I want to know as it said extreme cosplay.
Draw the elven. What? I actually have to equip that? That's armor. Where's my weapons? Where are weapons? What's that? I don't see it. Is it somewhere else? Is it here? First times? Ah. Elven sword. Where's the shield? There's the shield on it. Put it on. And how do I do this again? There we go. And then if I just tap that, what is it this? And I got
The elven king, erect in his pride, drew his blade and dropped to his knees, thus acknowledging his final defeat. Ludovic then spake.
I accept your allegiance and shall return in 1 year's time to...
Hello?
Ah! Look! Look! The statues!
Impossible! God's mother!
great. Oh god.
Come on.
Forgot how to...
Come on, remember those skills.
Jesus. What's this bit? I need to get the... Shit. Did you swallow? Thunderbolt as well. Phew!
The sculptures, they came alive. By what witchcraft?
Dunno. Specialize in killing monsters. Reviving them, not so much.
I may know what happened. The statues, you see, once stood in the palace of one Defethov. I acquired them a month past because perhaps I should start at the beginning. This Defethov was to pay tribute to humans, producing statues of this sort each year. Yet he did so but once, for he perished in the massacre of non-humans at the foot of Mount Gorgon in the year 782. It's fortunate he did too, as Defethov had planned Ludovic's downfall, for he sculpted not statues, but columns that masqueraded as such. Columns activated with words said in homage. Columns that would have turned the king and his bodyguards into so much colorful confetti.
Typical treachery embodied. Elves. Psst.
Humans are no better. Time for me to go.
Yeah, humans are no better.
You're no better. Elves were just defending their territory. You humans took it, but you still weren't sated. Had to cut the elves down, every last one.
You? What does that mean? You're a man as we are.
Yeah, in a way. Just ashamed to have to admit it sometimes.
Your words? They're wrong, Witcher. But I'll not let you leave empty-handed. Take this. Reward.
Farewell.
Sillies. And we just finished our first quest of our Let's Play. So, yeah, we had a little hiccup there because our batteries ran out, but hopefully we'll do better next time. And we will see you guys in the next episode tomorrow of our Witcher Blood and Wine. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.
Bye.